have to provide them with enough feeding can or feeding tray or whichever method you are using. Ensure all your birds they have access to the feed with one not disturbing the other. At the same time, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to share a simple tip that almost anybody could overlook, but I want to tell you is going to play a vital role in your broiler farm productivity. It's going to show whether you're going to make profit or you are only going to see the amount you invested, if possible. Yeah. So that thing I want to share with you is that you should ensure for the first 4 weeks, the first 28 days, you ensure you feed your birds non-stop. Make sure your birds are not deprived of feed. That's not the period where you'll be rationing the feed, especially if you have a target. But if your own is just to raise them for fun, well, then you can feed them for or the way you want it. But if you are doing it for business, for commercial purpose, I will suggest and I will advise that you raise the bird with their feet non-stop for the first 4 weeks, for the first 28 days. As well as if you are the type that believes in vaccination and medication, make sure you follow it thoroughly. Otherwise, it's going to tell in the future. And the future of your birds starts from the fourth week, the ending of fourth week. And that is part of the reason why most people experience mortality around the fifth week, sixth week, is because of the mistakes they did at the early stage. And that is why I'm sharing this video with you. So back to feeding your birds non-stop for the first 4 weeks. Make sure and in fact ensure that you have enough feeding troughs to go around the chicken. Ensure, let's assume you are using a feeder, the tray, that common tray. If you are using it, make sure you do like 15 birds to one tray or maximum of 20 birds to one tray. Doing that, we ensure that all the birds will have access to the feeds. Yeah, it happened to me, and that is why I'm sharing this with you. The last production I had, I stocked my pen with 150 birds, and in return, I was using 4-3. It's very, very small. Yeah, it's very, very small. So, and now what goes around will always come around. And the return on that was that I experienced almost half of those birds were not giving me the desired weight as at the time I wanted them. Whereas I have some, in fact, at the end of sixth week, I have some that had the body weight of 3.8 kg. Can you imagine? 3.8 kg at the end of 6 weeks. At the same time, I have some that were just 2.1, 2.2 kg. Can you see the disparity? So, and when I now try to narrow it down to what really went wrong, I observed that towards the beginning of this production, I had an issue with one of my staff, the one that was actually handling the chicken aspect. And now, once there is an issue on the farm, whether you like it or not, it's going to affect something. So it actually affected the feeding plans. And I never knew until, it's not that I did not know. I actually knew something was wrong, but I never knew it would result into what happened. But to cut the long story short, if you want your birth to be uniform, start it from day old. And that is what you are going to do, which is you have to provide them with enough feeding can or feeding tray or whichever method you are using. Ensure all your birds, they have access to the feed, with one not disturbing the other. At the same time, you have to provide the feed around the clock, non-stop, for the first 4 weeks, for the first 28 days, and make sure they have access to water. And also, if you are the type that believes in vaccination and medication of your birds, ensure you do it the right way. I hope you understand, because most of the time you will observe that your birds will not die from day old up to the fourth week, but they will be showing you pepper at the end of fourth week, which is why I'm advising you do the right thing from the beginning of this production. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, broiler farming is the simplest of all the practices I have done on my farm. You know, I've been into fish farming, I've been into piggery, I've been into poultry, and I can tell you that this broiler farming is the simplest of all. Yet, if you don't do it properly, it's also the easiest of all to lose all your capital. Think twice before you venture. Ladies and gentlemen, to your success and to our progress, subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed. That being said, you have to stay safe for me and for your family. I love you. Bye for now.